name is Frank Christensen, and I'm the coordinator of officials for IFAF in Europe. This is the bullet training tape for back judges on kickoffs on crews of 5. But remember, this is the baseline. So it's up to you to add your own personal flavor, to add more bullets to these lists. And with that said, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you find it useful. On a crew of 5, the back judge would be lined up just where he is now, even though this is a crew of 8. So we can still look at him and just pretend the other officials aren't there. So he's on the 45 there. He's already counted the kicking team, communicated that to the umpire, obviously. Then we get into position here. We check the formation. Everybody's legal. Everybody's inside the 5 yards, all that good stuff. And now it's time to go through in your head the kickoff, the onside kick potential, just to be ready for it should it happen. So, go through in your head who can touch the ball, when and where, and which line do they need to cross, and all that good stuff. And now we're just waiting for the kick, and we've got a fairly clean enough kick here, formation, and then the ball is in the air. We make sure the kick is legal. We make sure it's it's deep enough. It's not an onside kick. And now we go into, when the ball is in the air, we don't want to look at it. So we're looking at anybody who's cutting across, anybody from the defense who's running diagonally, or from the returning team, because they are the ones who might be able to make a blindside hit. And then we have a look at right there. We have a look at the first contact, in the point of attack. We are in a crew of 5. We're the only guy on the looking inside out. So we'll find somebody in there who's contacting an opponent, and then we have a look at them. And then during the return, during the run back, we stay there. We finish the play in the point of a turn looking inside out, and after the play is over, we stop the clock. We probably have the game clock on our wrist, so we stop the clock, and then we signal the clock to stop, so everybody signals, and now we're looking, we're dead ball coverage. We're making sure everybody clears out. And then the last thing is just make sure that the tee goes out. You don't have to do it yourself. Typically, the kicker will come back and do it, but just make sure that somebody does it so that that doesn't come back to bite us afterwards. And then after that, it's all about getting ready for the next play. Same game, but different kickoff, and certainly same bullets. So count Team K as soon as you can, even though they're in the huddle. Get into position. Our back judge just did that here on the 35. Check the formation. That's a little hard to do right now, but as soon as they break, right now we're worried about potential onside kick. Right now they break out. We can see everybody's inside the 5-yard belt. We got at least 4 players on each side of the kicker, all that good stuff, and now. We've already been thinking about onside simply because they lined up the way they did, but keep that up at every single kickoff. Consider that a high risk for an onside kick. And then here again, these two teams, they don't like to kick it very deep. So make sure the kick is legal. Make sure it's not an onside kick. That's certainly deep enough. And then again, check for onside kick. Or check for blindside potential. So anybody here could probably be somebody in the second row that's running across. And then we're just kind of waiting for here for any contact. The first contact we have here, from the inside out in the point of attack. And that's where we stay until the end. Now we don't have a return here, so we're staying here in the middle of the field. In the point of attack, and once the play is over, again we stop the clock, then we signal to stop the clock, and now we're dead ball officiating, making sure everybody clears, and then we make sure the tee comes out, typically by the kicker, which is fine. And then we're ready for the next play.